Sweets.
What's up, man? What you got going on?
So I was at the grocery store.
Yeah.
They have all these cool like magazines with food and how to make them.
Yeah.
But they never show you. They never tell you how to make like the item. It just says do this and that and this. But I've never made it.
What's up with all these eggs, though?
So it says I need a poached egg.
Okay.
Poach an egg, roach an egg. All I know is rub an egg. I don't know what that means. No, but like poach an egg, like I'm from the hood. Like we have huevos rancheros.
Yeah.
Right. Like we don't poach eggs.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even know what that means.
Okay, man. So real quick, do you have water?
Yes.
What about vinegar?
Simon Algon.
Do you have a pot?
What kind of
A
pot?
sauce pot.
Yes.
And a spoon?
Yes.
Dude, I got you. Poached eggs, man. I'll show you how to do them.
Will you really?
Yes, I will.
That's crazy.
All right, guys. So we're gonna show you how to make poached eggs. So as you can see, we have our water going already. All we have in here is water. I have this at a slight simmer. So what we're looking for is those little bubbles on the bottom. You want tiny little bubbles. You can see they're kind of breaking the surface. Nothing too violent.
But it's not a boil.
It's not a full boil. Yeah, nowhere near a boil.
How much water do you use?
Just enough to where you put the egg in, it's gonna go to the bottom but kind of come back to the top. So there's our water. So this is what we're gonna need for poached eggs right here. We're gonna need some white vinegar.
What's that for?
The white vinegar, it's just gonna be, it's gonna help the white stay together, and it's gonna give you a nice little oval shape.
Okay.
Once the egg's in there.
Any kind of vinegar?
You can use any kind of vinegar. Like for example, we're doing regular poached eggs, so we're just gonna use white vinegar. If you want to do like tint the eggs red, you can use a red wine vinegar.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, that the purpose of the vinegar is just to keep the white together.
Gotcha.
Obviously, our eggs. We're gonna need a spoon with holes. We're gonna need some paper towels to blot the water.
Okay.
And of course, your dish for the eggs.
Okay.
So let's get started. We got our water going. We're gonna pour in vinegar.
How much vinegar is that?
Maybe about a tablespoon. It's not there to flavor it. Like I said, it's just to help the white stay together.
Gotcha.
So next, okay, so now we're about to put the eggs in the water. We're gonna look for where those bubbles are concentrated. We're gonna go ahead and crack our egg into a little container. So the reason for this is to take any shells out just in case, and you get a nice.
Is it better to crack your egg on a corner surface or on a flat surface?
You want a flat surface so that the corner doesn't push the eggshell into the egg itself.
Okay.
So here we have our cracked egg.
Regular egg.
Yes, it's a regular egg. We're looking for those bubbles, so there's a good bubbles right here. And the reason why I do that is because those bubbles will push the white onto itself, and you'll get that nice little oval.
It looks like egg drop soup.
Not quite. So you see,
look at that.
It's forming. So I'll go ahead and do the next egg.
This is really fast. Can you do a lot of these at once? Let's say like you have like a unit for your family or whatever.
Yeah, you can do a lot at once. Obviously, you're gonna want a bigger container. You don't want to overcrowd your small pot. If you're gonna do more eggs, you're gonna need a bigger container, just so you don't reduce the temperature of the water as you're cracking those eggs in there.
How do you know when that egg's ready?
Typically, you can tell by the outside. Usually, 3 to 4 minutes, depending on how much you want the yolk cooked. But that's it. You just let it do its thing. Those bubbles are helping circulate the egg. You can see it's moving around. So now that one's
That's nice.
Yeah, the white's already set.
Yeah.
So I'm just moving it out the way so I can go ahead and drop in the other egg.
It's amazing how fast that works. And I wouldn't envision it like just like messing up. You know what I mean? Like just.
Yeah.
But it's not. And it's the vinegar, huh?
Yeah, the vinegar helps the white stay together. So then you see it's got this little kind of tail right here. When you get ready to take it out, you can always pinch it up against the side and cut it off, so you get a nice little oval.
Do you need to pinch it off?
You don't need to, but if you just want, it's more presentation. If you want the nice little oval shape, you can cut it off with the edge.
Okay.
It's all egg. It's gonna taste the same. So So we see the other one's already risen off the bottom. We're just waiting. And this is personal preference. It depends how done you want the yolk. So I'll go ahead and check this one.
How do you check it?
Just with touching it. So I can tell by the way it came out of the water, this yolk is still pretty raw. So I like mine about a medium, to where most of the outside of the yolk is cooked, but then the inside is still runny.
Okay.
So now that the eggs are in there and I want them cooked longer, I go ahead and turn up the heat a little bit. I'm right here, I'm watching it. I'm not gonna go anywhere, so I can control how long they cook.
And this is not gonna beat up the egg.
No,
not gonna tear it apart.
Yeah. So the purpose that you want that light simmer at the beginning is so you get the white to nicely surround the egg, the yolk. If you were to drop it into boiling water like this, the yolk might even escape the white, and you'll just have whites and then a free floating yolk.
Okay.
So it's boiling pretty violent. I'll go ahead and turn it off now.
Okay.
And just let the residual heat finish cooking the eggs. So this one looks done now. Yeah, that's good. So just gonna drain it a little bit here. I'll use this paper towel to blot the excess water.
Is it gonna taste like vinegar?
No, the vinegar's not there to give it flavor. It's just to help the white. So there's not enough vinegar in there to impart any flavor.
Sure.
So now we'll check on the second one. So this one I am gonna cut the tail off. I don't like the way it looks. I'll just pinch it against the side.
That's so cool.
Get rid of it.
That's just this one.
Yeah, so this one's gonna be done a little less.
Okay.
That's fine, just to show the difference. I'll blot that excess water. And we'll go in there. And we have our 2 poached eggs. All right, Tattoo, you ready to try these eggs?
Let's do this.
Cool. So normally poached eggs are served in a bowl, but today I want you to see the different doneness of the yolk. So I'm gonna go ahead and put them on this plate.
What are poached eggs good for?
So poached eggs are commonly known for eggs Benedict, where you have an English muffin with Canadian bacon, then you have your poached eggs and hollandaise sauce.
Oh wow, I've seen that on a lot of menus, and I've never known what it is because
Yeah.
how pricey it is.
Super simple. Next time I can show you how to make hollandaise sauce, and you can make the eggs Benny.
Ooh, sounds good.
All right, so let's go ahead and taste these. We'll go ahead and hit it with a little bit of salt.
Nice.
And then this one is gonna be the one that cooked longer.
Which one?
This one right here.
Okay.
So we'll go ahead and cut it.
That's gorgeous.
So like I said, this is typically the way I like my poached eggs. The outside of the yolk is cooked a little bit longer. You see it's still runny, but you see the yolk is thick, and so you can tell it was cooking.
Yeah, yeah.
So this is typically what I like. So next is gonna be the second one. We cooked less. You can tell
Oh yeah.
the yolk's
It's
softer.
jiggly.
Yeah. So I'll go ahead and cut into this one. You see how runny it is?
Oh yeah, it's pretty gross.
There you go. So see, it's a lot more runny.
But it's not raw.
It's not raw. The yolk is cooked.
It's just not the thickness.
Yeah, because the yolk didn't cook longer as long as this one did.
Dude,
But two different shots.
Yeah, I like that. Let me try
Yeah,
it.
let's try it.
That is good.
Tastes like vinegar?
At all.
There you go.
This is really good. I like you said, like the yolk got really thick on this.
Yeah.
I can't imagine like dredging bread in it.
Oh yeah, for sure.
or, like-
That and like I said, that's perfect for eggs Benedict. So I mean, pretty simple. The longest thing you have to wait for is the water to come to a simmer, but you need water, a little bit of vinegar, a slotted spoon, something to block the excess water. That's it.
Man, who would ever thought your werewolves would be this delicious? Werewolves, delicious.
There you go.
But Ralph?